Resident Evil 6.
Hello there, Servum17 once again, introducing you to my Resident Evil 6 Professional Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the third chapter in the Leon campaign, and we are further moving deeper into this underground mystery that is, this part of the game. So, I'm going to be running past as much of this section as I can, because once you get past the first area, there's a bunch of enemies, and it just becomes a pain in the ass trying to kill them all. It's like trying to find all the Pokemon. It's just, only the really dedicated will even bother to try. And I want to get through this game as quickly as possible so I can get these videos out, and even though I'm not exactly uploading them at a very fast rate, because right now I don't know if I'm able to monetize them because there's been a copyright flag on them, and I'm actually in between transferring from YouTube to my partnership directly, so it's, the winds of change are blowing, and I don't know if I'll have to remove all these videos, so I could be working for no real reason right now, which would suck, but hopefully that will not be the case. But whenever you see a chest that's closed, you can go over to it and open it. He's got a bit of the Kratos symptoms, so he has to bash a button to open them, which makes no sense. But there is an assault rifle in that one, and you want to pick this up because it's a fun and it's a useful weapon. And this section coming up has a lot of enemies in it, so get ready to use it, pretty much. Oh, and we're now on the third chapter, and the game has only just told us how to do that, which I think is hilarious, because I always forget to do it, because it's just something you don't do, really. And, Chapter 3, now's a good time to tell you that you can slide. Could have used that earlier, but, fuck it. But I'm not going to talk too much about the gameplay, because it's just recycling things we've already done, and I am once again joined by my girlfriend, who's just finished chomping down a bagel, so she can now speak. That's one of those fleshless zombies. You want to hurt him and then shoot his exposed chest. He'll die fastest that way. And he always drops a nice little souvenir for your trouble.
Isn't that nice?
That's very nice. Do you remember me doing this section?
Yep.
Do you remember enjoying watching this section?
No, it wasn't too bad, I suppose. The spinny blade things were new.
Yeah? It's not too bad, this area. It's just when they start throwing loads of those stupid anorexic zombies at you when I get a little bit pissed off. And I wonder if I'd have ran up to that guy if I'd have been able to push him in the fire instead of
I did wonder that, because it looked very cinematic.
Yeah? This is another area that doesn't really seem all that bad with a co-op player. A co-op computer, but when you do it with a human, it can get a little bit rough. One thing I will mention is the computer really takes their time going through this cave, so I don't know what's on the other side of that wall, I don't know what she's doing, but don't expect her to do it anytime soon. You're going to be playing with these guys for quite a while, so do bear with it. But that seems to be the nature of the co-op when you're doing it solo. The AI is much better than Shiva because it doesn't rob you, it doesn't steal all the ammo, it doesn't constantly go down and make you waste healing items on it, but the scripting and the pathing is not the best, so just bear in mind.
So this bit, they didn't send any more zombies, you were just running around for ages with nothing to do.
I think usually they're supposed to send a couple more to you then, but
You only had the one.
It's one of those scripting things that maybe sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. You'll notice I was expecting it, that's why I was running around. But this section here, the AI partner is going to pretty much tell you where the zombies are. That's pretty much all she's going to do, because she doesn't kill them fast enough. You want to use this trap to set as many of them on fire as you can. As soon as they change to spawning near you, you need to come off the machine, clean them up, and get back on it to set the rest on fire. This section gets a little bit messy because I start getting hit by the pukers, which I thought the smoker was a bad idea in Left 4 Dead. I thought the puker in Dead Space 2 was a pain in the ass, and these ones are just a mixture of both, which is always nice and sucky. Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
No, but I've seen you play.
I know you have. You saw Josh when he played at that time, and he ran across my bed to try and run away from the first batch of zombies.
We were like, watch out, they're behind this door, and he still shit himself.
I've never seen anybody react to a game like that. That were amazing. If I had a camera, that would have millions of views because it's genius. But when you do the lovely analog aerobics here, it causes the plate on the wall to spit fire. It will kill the zombies. It doesn't kill them immediately. You have to burn them for a while. But just bear with it. And as soon as you hear the zombies spawn close to you, or you hear your partner, the AI, shoot at people that aren't across that way, that's when you know they've spawned on your ass and you need to come off the machine right now. So immediately, I should probably throw a grenade, and I do, which is always useful. But there's a lot of enemies, and look, he's got dynamite, it's all kicking off. And it's one of those things where you want to get back on the trap to start using the fire, but you don't know how many more are going to spawn. And I do get back on, and I think this is when I start getting puked on. But it's not that challenging. The checkpoint's pretty lenient. That guy's turned into one of the skinless zombies who's a dickhead, but you'll just have to put up with him. Oh, I've just been puked on by people that are on fire but not dying, which is fair. But I don't know why I'm throwing around the word fair when this game's concerned, because it doesn't really care for any kind of fairness. It just wants you to die, which I suppose is its job, really. But what do you think about principles in gaming, my queen? Do you think a game shouldn't care if it's fun? It should just care about challenging you?
Well, it depends on the type of game and the type of gamer, surely. Like, there'll be some people that don't play games for fun. They play games to see if they can do this or that.
The sadomasochistic crowd.
But I think the majority of people play games because they want them to be fun, and as soon as it stops being fun,
They stop playing them. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would also agree that games have probably gone much more casual than they've ever been. We're currently at a point where anybody feasibly can play a game.
yeah, it's definitely one of those things that's become less, I don't want to say stigmatised, but I think in previous consoles and previous games it was something that only sort of specialised gamers did, and now everyone's got an Xbox or everyone's got a PS3. And
Do you think that's because of the pad? Because of the barrier to entry that has been the controller, and as soon as they lost the controller, it opened it up for housewives and girl gamers. Because there's been none of them before the Wii, obviously.
clearly not. I don't really know. I don't really know.
I don't really know.
I don't know, I think things like Call of Duty and FIFA are probably the bigger, everyone plays those.
There's a very specific crowd of people that play that, though.
I mean,
And
the kind of people that play that and nothing else.
Yeah,
I know plenty of people that play FIFA, and
I wouldn't call those people gamers. Because all
I don't
they're
think
doing
they call
is...
themselves gamers.
No, they don't. They purchase those two series and that's it. They don't play anything but those. And if you ask them about games, they're the only ones they could talk about, because they've got no interest in other titles. And to me, that is a very specific type of person, but I wouldn't necessarily call that person a gamer. What is a gamer, though?
Ooh, I don't
Dropping all the hard questions.
know. I don't know.
I'm going to have to interrupt you here. This can be quite annoying, this section, because a bunch of zombies are going to come at you through the water and you can shoot them, but sometimes they don't care. They shrug it off and they still grab you, so be very careful. I end up getting grabbed, but I somehow survive, so it's not too bad. But you'll notice this guy's just shrugging shotgun shells and he still grabs me, and that right there, that's Resident Evil 6. That's why I hate it. It's just that right there. But back to waxing poetically about gaming. A gamer to me is somebody that shows a higher amount of interest in playing games. Any kind of game, any console, any genre, but somebody who displays an interest in playing more than one specific niche. Yeah, an enthusiast towards playing video games.
Yeah, I think that.
That to me is a gamer. I personally hate the whole core audience and hardcore groupings that they use.
What do you mean?
Basically, industry speak is they're always talking about the core gamer. They're always talking about, that it's like a demographic of people.
Oh.
The core gamer is the guy who pays 40 quid to buy a game, plays it for 10 minutes, and then never beats it.
Right.
But still keeps buying games. That is a core gamer. Anybody who spends, more than 7 hours a week playing a game and actually beats them seems to have this reputation of being a hardcore gamer. When, if you play games a lot like myself and a lot of my friends, there are varying degrees of people who play games.
I was going to say, I wouldn't say 7 hours a week was a hardcore gamer, because I could easily do 7 hours a week, and I don't think I'd call myself a hardcore gamer.
Exactly. But we will continue this probably in the next video, because there's nothing much to talk about other than shoot zombie, step on zombie's face, get grabbed unfairly by zombie, and repeat ad nauseum. So thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.